चरण धर सुमिरन कर ले। प्रभु के चरण धर सुमिरन कर ले। दिन रात उनके गुण गाले। दिन रात उनके गुण गाले। प्रभु के चरण धर सुमिरन कर ले। दुनिया सब है अपने मतलब की। दुनिया सब है अपने मतलब की। विपत काल में सद्गुरु सहाय। विपत काल में सद्गुरु सहाय। हरि के ध्यान बिना सुख ना समझ ले। हरि के ध्यान बिना सुख ना समझ ले। प्रभु के चरण धर सुमिरन कर ले। गुरु के चरण धर सुमिरन कर ले। प्रभु के चरण धर सुमिरन कर ले। प्रभु के चरण धर सुमिरन कर ले। दुनिया सब है अपने मतलब की। दुनिया सब है अपने मतलब की। विपत काल में सद्गुरु सहाय। हरि के ध्यान बिना सुख ना समझ ले। प्रभु के चरण धर। प्रभु के चरण धर। प्रभु के चरण धर सुमिरन कर ले। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। दर्शन बिना जिया तरसाए। दर्शन बिना जिया तरसाए। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। सोहिनी सूरत मोहिनी मूरत। सोहिनी सूरत मोहिनी मूरत। दर्शन बिना जिया तरसाए। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। बंसी बजैया रास रचैया। बंसी बजैया आ, 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 बंसी बजैया रास रचैया। दर्शन बिना जिया तरसाए। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। नमन करूं मैं तेरे चरणा। नमन करूं sa ni da pa ma ga re sa ga ma pa da ni ni sa ni ni sa ni ni sa. नमन करूं मैं तेरे चरणा, गाऊं सदा मैं तेरी वंदना। श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी श्याम सुंदर, श्याम सुंदर, श्याम सुंदर वनमाली सखी। Do you need me more or Swamiji's introduction now?
No, we can do 2-3 minutes more, Nimitaji, because people will join around 7:20, 9:30. So it's about 7:26. So if you don't mind, please.
Sure.
Maybe Dhoon or a small bhajan, please.
नरसी के श्यामळे अजय तुलसी के सीताराम, नरसी के श्यामळे अजय तुलसी के सीताराम। मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। नरसी के श्यामळे अजय तुलसी के सीताराम, नरसी के श्यामळे अजय तुलसी के सीताराम। मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। नरसी के श्यामळे अजय तुलसी के सीताराम, नरसी के श्यामळे अजय तुलसी के सीताराम। मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। कहे कबीरा सुन भाई साधो, राम रहीम दो एक रे। कहे कबीरा सुन भाई साधो, राम रहीम दो एक रे। सबसे ऊंचो धर्म हमारो, ढाई अक्षर प्रेम के। सबसे ऊंचो धर्म हमारो, ढाई अक्षर प्रेम के। त्यागराज के राम राम श्री राम सीताराम, त्यागराज के राम राम श्री राम सीताराम। त्यागराज के राम राम श्री राम सीताराम, त्यागराज के राम राम श्री राम सीताराम। त्यागराज के राम राम श्री राम सीताराम, त्यागराज के राम राम श्री राम सीताराम। नरसी के श्यामळे अजय तुलसी के सीताराम, नरसी के श्यामळे अजय तुलसी के सीताराम। मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम, श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। कहे कबीरा सुन भाई साधो, राम रहीम दो एक है। कहे कबीरा सुन भाई साधो, राम रहीम दो एक है। सबसे ऊंचो धर्म हमारो ढाई, अक्षर प्रेम के। सबसे ऊंचो धर्म हमारो ढाई, अक्षर प्रेम के। त्यागराज के राम राम, श्री राम सीता राम। 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 नरसी के श्यामळिया जी तुलसी के सीताराम। नरसी के श्यामळिया जी तुलसी के सीताराम। मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के श्याम। मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूरदास के राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम। श्याम राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम। हरि ओम।
Hari Om. Thanks, Nimitaji. Hari Om. Pranams to Pujya Swami Saranananji and Swami Pujya Swami Aparajitanandaji. On behalf of Chinmaya Mission Chicago, I extend a very warm welcome to Swami Aparajitanandaji for these virtual discourses. This is the first visit to USA by Swamiji, either virtual or in person. And we are fortunate that Swamiji has chosen Chicago for the first visit. We hope to have Swamiji visit our center and other centers in the USA in person in the near future. Before starting the spiritual journey, Swamiji were an electronics and communication engineer. After working in Bangalore as a lecturer in engineering college for 5 years, Swamiji joined in the Sandipani Sadhana in 2005 in Mumbai to pursue a 2-year Vedanta course. Swamiji completed the course under the guidance of Puja Guruji Swami Tejvananji in 2007. And in 2018, on the Mahasavratri day, Swamiji was given the Sannyasa Diksha. Swamiji has a very melodious voice and is very fluent in speaking in English. Swamiji has conducted several discourses in different parts of India and in reputed institutions as Indian Institute of Technology, Mumbai. The depth of Swamiji's understanding, along with clarity in the subject, is clearly visible in all the discourses. Swamiji also a regular contributor to various magazines, and the articles are widely appreciated by all. Swamiji has served in the Mission Center of Karnataka in Bangalore, Mysore, and Shimoga. And at present, Swamiji is the resident spiritual guide at Chinmaya Center, Mangaluru. The topics for the discourses are Vedanta Simplified and Mastering the Mind. We will have a QA session at the end of the session on the last session on Thursday. I request everyone to please join with your video on so Swamiji can see us all. And in advance, thank you all for observing the Zoom etiquette and avoid any distractions. Now I request our Swami Saranananji to address us and welcome Swami Aparajitanandaji. Swamiji.
Hari Om Premalji, my sincere pranams to Swami Aparajitanandaji and to all of you. Yes, I could see now Swamiji. And actually, Swamiji is much younger than me in age, but in knowledge, he is far, 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 far superior. First, I listened to Swami's lecture on the Tapo Gita Jayanti on chapter 4, where Swamiji was emphasizing that how Bhagavad Gita or that chapter is emphasizing on the knowledge. Without knowledge, nothing really works. That was his message. But the way Swamiji told, really, I thought, wow, that means in the mission, such kind of Swamis are there. Mission is safe. Mission is safe. That means Pujya Gurudev's work will continue. It doesn't matter who is coming, who is going, and whatever happens, mission will go on because such type of people are there. And of course, Swami Aparajitanandaji is a highly educated person. He was professor in college and all. That is, and with so many lectures, Swami is giving on different topics. That means that kind of clarity he can put in anything. Very topics which we think as we should not talk about at all, but those topics Swami talks very nicely. And we are very grateful to Swami that Swami agreed and gave time to address Puja Gurudev's devotees in Sikau Center. We are extremely thankful and grateful to Swamiji and let the program go on very well. Hari Om Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji. Swami Aparajitanandaji, please.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Is the audio clear?
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay.
Yes, okay, Swamiji.
Oh. First of all, my humble pranams to Puja Swami Sarananandaji. The sign of knowledge is humility. So, if this is the definition of knowledge, Vidya Dadati Vinayam, then I must say I am just a dust particle at the feet of Puja Swami Saranandaji. He is an embodiment of compassion, of humility. Swamiji, I am nowhere near you, Swamiji. So, shall we start the session now? Right. Sahana bhavatu, sahano bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. He Parameshwara Namo Namo. He Parameshwara Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Rupa Trimurti Rupa Namo Namo. Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Rupa Trimurti Rupa Namo Namo. Trigunatita Namo Namo. Trilokanatha Namo Namo. Trigunatita Namo Namo. Trilokanatha Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Bhavatita Bhagyavidhata Bhavabhayaharana Namo Namo. Bhavatita Bhagyavidhata Bhavabhayaharana Namo Namo. Anandarupa Namo Namo. Chinmayarupa Namo Namo. Anandarupa Namo Namo. Chinmayarupa Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. He Parameshwara Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo. Boli Shri Sadhurnath Maharaj Ki Jai. Humble pranams to all the devotees of Chinmaya Mission Chicago. Our topic for these 2 days is Vedanta Simplified. What is the essence of all the Vedas? If this question is asked, then we can say the essence of Vedas is the Mahavakya, that is Aham Brahma Asmi, or Tat Tvam Asi. I am Brahman. I am Brahman means what? I am an embodiment of perfection. The real me, the real self in me, has everything what we crave for in life. The self is infinite. It is freed from all kinds of limitations. The self is immortal. It is ever existent. It never becomes non-existent. It is not something which comes and goes. It is free from all limitations of time and space. So in short, this Brahman, this self in me is all perfect. There is nothing lacking in us. So this is the message of Vedanta. So Guru says, Aham Brahma Asmi, and he tells Shishya, Tattvamasi, you are also that. Just like I am perfect, you are also perfect. Every one of us, we are perfect. So naturally a question may come, if I am an embodiment of perfection, why is it that I am experiencing imperfection? Because I never find myself to be the way it is described in the Vedas. I find myself with full of limitation, with full of imperfection. Imperfection at the body level, imperfection at the mind level, imperfection at the intellect level. I have all limitation and I'm aware of it. On one side, Vedas, they say I am perfect, but my experience is imperfection. So there is some problem somewhere. I have not understood Vedas properly. Where have I gone wrong? Why is it that I am not able to experience my perfection, if at all it is there? This question may come to any seeker. So therefore, to make things clear, so we have a theory. I'm sure most of you would have listened to this theory in very many talks on YouTube. But to lay a firm foundation, let us discuss this theory again, and slowly we'll go to the advanced topics. So let us first try to understand this theory called identification theory. So what does this theory say? When entity A identifies with entity B, the properties of B appear to be the properties of A. When entity A identifies with entity B, the properties of B appear to be, not becoming, it's only appearance. The properties of B appear to be the properties of A. So now we should have two entities, A and B. So in order to make this theory clear, I have always taken the film theater example. This is the best example I can ever find to make the concepts of Vedanta clear. There are so many other examples given in the scriptures, but personally, I feel this is one example which can make all the concepts clear. Now, this is what we are going to see now. What is knowledge? What is ignorance? What is bondage? What is freedom? What is Maya? What is the Lakshana of a Sthita Prajna? All these concepts we can clearly understand with this example given by Pujya Gurudev, the film theater example. So what is this film theater example? So we all know. So we enter into the theater. It's a dark room. And slowly the movie unfolds. And as the movie unfolds, we get totally immersed in the film. Getting immersed in the movie means what? Forgetting myself. This is called as ignorance of the self. I completely forget myself. I completely get absorbed in the movie. And then what happens? The movie time, movie space become my real time and real space. My outer time and space is gone. Now what is real to me? Movie time, movie space, and movie happenings, and movie characters. And slowly I also develop raga dvesha towards the people in the movie, likes and dislikes. And slowly I get totally identified with, say, the hero of the movie. So I have entered into the movie by becoming one with the hero of the movie. Remember this, as long as I remain a separate identity, I will never be able to enjoy the movie. The condition necessary to enjoy the movie is I will have to enter into the movie. And how to enter into the movie? The only way is identification. It is exactly like the dream. If you have to enter into the dream world, you will have to disidentify from the waking body. You will have to identify with the dream body. Only then you can go through the experiences of dream world. This is a necessary condition. Remaining in the waking world, you can't enter into the dream world. Not possible. So drop the identification with the waking body. In the dream, a special dream body has been created by the dreaming mind. You identify with the dream body and move around in the dream world. In the same way, if you have to enter into this movie world, what is the first condition? You will have to get identified. Suppose that hero is a person whom you don't like at all, then identification is not possible. Or suppose you are so much, full of worries. Maybe some near and dear one is lying on deathbed and you are really miserable. You will not be able to enjoy the movie. Why? Because the reality of the world will prevent you from entering into the movie world. Right. So as long as identification is not there, we will not be able to enter into the movie world. And if we don't enter into the movie world, we will not be able to experience the joys and sorrows of the movie world. So the first condition is identification. Identification means what? In Sanskrit, the term given is tadatma bhava, tadatmyam, tat atma. That is me. This is called as tadatmya. That is me. So identifying with the hero means what? Now you are not you, you are that hero. That hero is me. This is called as tadatmya bhava, identification. And now what happens? The hero has got so many problems in the movie. And now all those problems become my problem. This is identification theory. When entity A, which is me, identifies with entity B, the hero, the properties of B, the problems of the hero, the joys and sorrows of the hero, all that, the properties of B appear to be the properties of A. The joys and sorrows of the hero become my joys and sorrows. I become one with the hero. Now all the problems of the hero, his joys, sorrows, worries, anxieties, difficulties, challenges, everything as though become mine. Now what happens? What is the proof that this identification has happened? The proof is when the hero is crying, I am also crying. When the hero is happy, I am also happy. When the hero is worried, tensed, anxious, I am also worried, tense, anxious. Now, look at the condition. I entered the film theater as a master, choosing my seat, paying for the ticket. Now, this is called mastery. I chose my seat, everything. And now, slowly as the movie unfolds, I am no longer the master of my emotions. I become a slave. Whatever happens in the movie start happening to me, and I have no control. When the hero is sad, I am sad. I don't want to be sad, but I am helpless. When the hero is worried and anxious, I am worried and anxious. I have no choice. So what is the mistake which I have done, because of which I entered as a master, no doubt, but very soon I degraded myself to the status of a slave. What is the mistake I have done? This mistake is what is called as identification. So this has to be clearly understood. So mind has this property. It can attach with someone and it can make the problems of that person my problem. This ability of the mind is called identification. This identification has to be clearly understood. Only then the entire Vedantic teachings will be able to understand. right? So this is the movie theater example. Now Vedanta says the same mistake we have done in our life also. It is the same mistake. What is the mistake? Identification. So now we must have two entities, entity A and entity B. So what does Vedanta say? In real world also, there are two entities. What are the two entities? Entity A is called consciousness. Entity B is called matter. Consciousness and matter. In different places, we will have different terms used, but basically they are all the same. Sometimes consciousness is called Brahman, then matter is called Maya. Sometimes consciousness is called Atma, then matter is called Anatma. Sometimes consciousness is called Kshetrajna, then matter is called Kshetra. Sometimes consciousness is called Chaitanya, then matter is called Jada. Sometimes consciousness is called Drik or Drashta, then matter is called Drishya. Right. Sometimes consciousness is called Purusha, then matter is called Prakriti. So these are the different terms given, but basically they are all one and the same. Only two entities are there, consciousness and matter. Now we have to understand each of these entities. So first we will take up matter. So what is matter? So very simple definition is anything that is made of 5 elements is matter. Anything. So what are the 5 elements? Pancha Mahabhutas: space, air, fire, water, earth. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. 5 elements. Anything that is made of 5 elements is matter. So now let us start from the outer world, the whole world that which we see around. What is it? We all know they are all made of 5 elements, so that is matter. One step inside the body, physical body. What is this body made of? Again, we all know the body is nourished by food. This itself is the proof that body is made of matter. When this body dies, it goes back to the 5 elements. So therefore, this body is also matter. Come one more step inside, the mind and the intellect. What is this mind intellect made of? Now, very many people confuse here. They say, it is consciousness. Sorry, it is not consciousness. It is also matter. It is called a subtle matter. It is apanchi krita pancha mahabhutehi kritam. Those people who have studied Tattva Buddha, they know it is made of subtle matter. What is the proof that it is made of matter? Don't eat food for 10 days. Then see whether the mind functions or not. You will find the mind becomes silent. The best way of making the mind silent is don't give food to the mind. Don't give food to the body. Mind has no choice. Why 10 days? Even 1 day is enough. By the time after you upavasa fasting, by the time it reaches night, you just look into the state of your mind. That noisy, indisciplined, restless mind becomes silent because battery is not there, fuel is not there to create trouble. Right? So this itself is a proof that mind also is nourished by food, and therefore mind is made of matter. So therefore the world is made of matter, body is made of matter, mind and intellect, they are also made of matter. There is only one thing which is not made of matter, and that is what is called as consciousness. Consciousness, the self, the I in us, the supreme I. So what is the nature of this consciousness described in our scriptures? It is described as Sat Chit Anand. So first let us take up Sat. Sat means existence. So what type of existence? Absolute existence. Independent existence. An existence which can never become non-existent. Why it can never become non-existent? It can never become non-existent because existence is its nature. Whatever is the nature of a thing, that nature will not leave that thing. This is the definition. This is called as nature of a thing. Swabhava, we say. Swabhava, one's own nature. So this nature of the self is Sat, existence. Right. It is independent existence. What do you mean by independent existence? To understand independent existence, we will have to understand dependent existence. What do you mean by dependent existence? For example, the body. Body has only a dependent existence. The body depends on what for its existence? Body depends on the 5 elements for its existence. Right. Without the 5 elements, body has no existence. So such an existence is called dependent existence or borrowed existence. Without this, the other cannot be. Only with this, the other can be. Fire and smoke. Smoke cannot exist without fire. So therefore, smoke's existence is a dependent existence, a borrowed existence. Again, fire also has a dependent existence because without fuel, fire cannot be. So it's a dependent existence. What about mind? Mind also has a dependent existence. It depends on the Pancha Mahabhutas for its existence. So we are talking of Sat. We are talking of self. Now, what is the nature of the self? It has independent existence. Meaning what? It doesn't depend on anything for its existence. The existence itself is its nature. In fact, whatever exists, whatever thing, being, or situation exists, they borrow existence from this ultimate existence and then they exist. So that is how we say is. This table is. This laptop is. That is that which we say. That is how we express existence. So whatever is existing in this world borrows existence from this Supreme Self, the consciousness, and they exist. Sat also means truth. So that which exists alone is truth. You see, this is another definition of Sat. Sat means Satya. So what is truth? That which exists is truth. That which doesn't exist is untruth. It is Asat. So self is also truth. In other words, existence is the nature of the self. Immortality is the nature of the self. Now, this is another term, immortality. There is no death. Death means what? Non-existence is called death. The movement from existence to non-existence is called death. So this is deathless. Sat means what? Deathlessness, immortality. Remember, we are talking about ourselves. Don't say that some Brahman is there, somewhere it is there, all existing. I have nothing to do with it. No, it is me. Somewhere when we study Vedanta, suddenly we think that this Brahman is something. No. This is Atma Darpanam. I am looking at the mirror. In the mirror, what do you see? You are looking at yourself. So when we discuss all this, always remember it is the higher me, my true nature, the ultimate reality, which is the real me. So always this thought should run at the background. Never forget this. Never consider this as another object to be meditated upon. No, 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 no. It is me. It is me. It is me. It is. Somebody asked Ramana Maharshi, Bhagavan, you have realized the self. Why is it that you are reading all these scriptures? You don't need them. Then Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi said, no, no, I just wanted to see what the scriptures are telling about me. What the scriptures are telling about me. So I'm just reading my own glories. You see? So this is the way Vedantic talks we have to listen to. It is not talking about somebody or something or some entity. No, it is me. So when we are discussing Sat, never forget this. It is me. So what is being said? You are immortal. You are existence itself. Sat. Absolute existence, independent existence. To understand this, let's take this dream example. In the dream world, the whole world is seen. It is all seen in me. So in that limited context, I can say I am Sat. That awareness, in the awareness of which the entire dream world is seen, unaffected by dream world, that is called as absolute existence. It doesn't really matter whether the dream world is there or not. I, the waker, is there. This is called as absolute existence, independent existence. Right. So that is Sat. The second term is Chit. Chit means what? Chit means consciousness. Chit means knowing. Knowing. That ability to know. That ability to become aware. That ability to become conscious. This is called as Chit. So what kind of Chit? What kind of knowing is the knowing of this consciousness? It is again absolute knowing, independent knowing, and effortless knowing. Is it becoming heavy? Is it clear? Are you with me? Okay. So now we are talking of Chit. What kind of knowing is it? Number one, independent knowing. So to understand independent knowing, you must know what is dependent knowing, isn't it? Dependent knowing. So what is dependent knowing? For example, eyes know the color and form. Is it dependent knowing or independent knowing? It is dependent knowing, because unless the mind is there to support the eyes will not know, isn't it? There are many people who can sleep with open eyes. Eyes are there open, but they are not seeing anything. Why? Because they are sleeping. And therefore the mind is not there. So the necessary condition for the eyes to know is it should be backed by the mind. So this is called as dependent knowing. Again, mind's knowing. Is it dependent or independent? It is again dependent knowing. It depends on the thoughts to know. Mind is nothing but flow of thoughts. So it is a thought-based knowledge. It is a thought-based knowledge. What about the knowledge of consciousness? It is not thought-based knowledge. It is independent of thoughts. Consciousness doesn't need thoughts to know. This is called as independent knowing. The knowledge of consciousness is not a thought-based knowledge. It just knows. It is aware. It doesn't need thoughts. This is called as independent knowing. And again, it is effortless knowing. Effortless knowing means what? Even when it knows, there is no energy spent. There is no tiredness. Unlike the state of mind. Mind knows everything through thoughts. So what happens is there is effort involved. What is the proof that there is effort involved when mind knows? What is the proof? The proof is we become tired. After we listen to 1 hour talks, we just fall asleep only. It's so straining, isn't it? There is exhaustion there. There is effort there. Wherever there is effort, there is exhaustion. There is tiredness. We need rest. So any knowing of the mind is exhaustion-filled knowing. There is tiredness there. And remember, the mind doesn't have the ability to know. It borrows the knowing ability from consciousness, and with the help of thought, it knows. The ability of the mind is to know. Jnanam is a property of the mind. Sukham and Jnanam, they are the properties of the mind, especially when the mind is sattvic. These are the two properties you can see in the mind, Sukham and Jnanam. So the ability of the mind to know, it is not its own intrinsic ability. It is the ability borrowed from consciousness. So the knowing ability of consciousness is independent knowing. It is absolute knowing, and it is instrument-free knowing. In all the other cases, instrument is necessary to know. Eyes are necessary to know the form and color. The ears are necessary to know the sound. Whereas consciousness doesn't need any of these instruments. That's why Upanishad called this consciousness as the eye of the eye, the ear of the ear, the mind of the mind. The ultimate knower he is. He doesn't need any of these instruments to know. So it is absolute knowing, effortless knowing, independent knowing, instrument-free knowing. This is called as Chit. Who is this Chit? It is me, don't forget. It is a real me. Sat, Chit, the third one is Anand. Right? So absolute existence, perfect knowing. Chit also means knowledge. So perfect knowledge. Knowing itself is my nature. You cannot stay without knowing. You see, that is called Chit. You just cannot be without knowing, without being aware. Why? Because awareness is your nature. No, Swamiji, I become unconscious sometimes. Arey Baba, that unconsciousness is not yours, it is of the mind. It is a state of the mind. You are conscious of your state of unconscious also. Right. So helplessly we know that is our nature. Whether you like it or not, you will continue knowing, because knowing is your nature. So this is the way Chit has to be understood. Right. So Sat, Chit, and what is the third one? Anand, bliss. It is again absolute bliss. Independent bliss. Independent means what? You don't need a sense object. You don't have to depend on sense objects to be happy. Generally, this is what we find. What do we find? We indulge in sense pleasure and then we become happy. So they are all dependent happiness. We depend on the sense objects for happiness. We depend on the sense organs for happiness. We depend on the mind for happiness. Whereas this bliss, it is independent. You don't have to depend on the mind or the sense objects or the sense organs. In fact, it is this bliss which is borrowed by the mind. See, mind is a thief. It borrows everything and says that it is mind. It borrows existence from consciousness and says, I exist. It borrows the knowing ability from consciousness and says, I know it. And it borrows bliss and says, I am happy. He's a liar. Don't trust your mind. Okay. It steals everything from the reality and creates a duplicate of it. It steals everything from the original, creates a duplicate and says, this is the original. That is why the bliss created by mind is called Anandamaya Kosha. It is not Anandamaya, it is Kosha. It is something which covers. It is something which is cheating you, saying that this is real happiness. That's why it is called Kosha. Kosha means covering. The mind covers the real happiness by showing you the duplicate happiness. The mind makes us feel that sense objects are the real source of happiness. It makes us feel that the world is a real source of happiness. It makes us feel that extrovertedness is the means of happiness. You see, he's a pakka liar. He will cheat us. That's why the joy which is coming out of the mind and the intellect is called Anandamaya Kosha. What about the joy coming from consciousness? It is Anandamaya. There is no Kosha there. Kosha means sheath. Kosha means covering. The bliss coming from the self, it is Anandamaya, whereas the bliss projected by the mind is Anandamaya Kosha. And that's why you have Moda, what is that? Priya, Moda, Pramoda, 3 levels. You think of the object, there is joy. When that object comes in front, there is a greater joy. And when you indulge in that object, there is the greatest joy. So, what you call, there are different levels of joy also, depending upon the state of mind. There's a lower joy, there's a higher joy. Whereas as far as consciousness is concerned, there is no lower joy, higher joy. There is only absolute joy. There is no, what you call, different levels. Tara, Tama is not there. It is absolute joy. It is independent joy. And again, it is effortless joy. You don't have to put forth any effort in order to get it. Because its nature is joy. Ananda is its nature. Right. So who is this Satchidanand? It is me. It is Atma. It is me. It is a real me. So from Satchit Anand, what do we come to know? We come to know that we are perfect. We are immortal. Existence is our nature. We can never become non-existent. Sat. Knowing is our nature. Alertness is our nature. Right. We know everything. That is the nature of consciousness. It knows everything. And then Anand, it is of the nature of highest bliss. It is of the nature of joy. So therefore, what is our nature? Our nature is perfection. But if our nature is perfection, why is it that we are not experiencing it? So we'll have to use the theory, which is the theory, identification theory. So now where is our identification? It is not in this Satchidananda Atma. Our identification is with Anatma. And what is that Anatma? Body, mind, intellect. So instead of identifying with the real me, I am now identified with the instruments in me. This is a mistake. What are the instruments? Body, mind, intellect. They are the instruments. Now, what does the identification theory say? When entity A identifies with entity B, the properties of B appear to be the properties of A. So entity A, who is entity A now? Consciousness. I, the Satchidananda Atma. Now where is my identification? With B. What is this B? BMI is the B. Now what are the properties of B? Those who have studied Tattva Bodha, we know body is asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. It exists in the womb of the mother. Jayate, it is born. Vardhate, it grows. Viparinamate, it matures. Apakshiyate, it decays. Vinashyati, it dies. Exists, born, grows, matures, decays, dies. This is the biography of all the bodies. This is our common biography, whoever you are. This is our common biography. So now, when I identify with this perishing body, what will be my experience? I start experiencing the properties of the body because my identification is with the body. So when the body grows old, I say, I am growing old. You see? When the body is sick, I say, I am sick. Actually speaking, you are not sick. You are the observer who is observing a sick body. This is actual truth. You are not the sick body. You are the observer, the sakshi, the witness, witnessing, knowing the presence of a sick body. I am that presence. I am that witness who is aware of a sick body. This is the truth. In my presence, a sick body is illumined. This is the truth. The more and more you go within, you will come to know all these secrets. You are not the body. You are just a presence, a conscious presence, a witnessing presence, which is just aware of a body. So now what is the mistake we make? Instead of identifying with this witness,
Seems to be some technology, I think, problem at the Swamiji's apartment, ashram. We'll wait a couple of minutes, see what happens.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Are you able to hear me?
We can. Can you hear us, Swamiji?
Yes, yes. I'm
Okay.
able to hear.
Okay. And we can hear you, Swamiji.
There was some problem with that device. So, so another device I've entered now. So shall we continue then?
Yes, please,
Yes.
Swamiji.
Yes. So we were discussing about Sat, Chit and Anand. And then we were discussing about where exactly we have made a mistake. So what is the mistake? Identification is the mistake. Instead of identifying with this perfect consciousness in me, the perfect self in me, now my identification is with the finite, imperfect body, mind, intellect. Why do I say the body is imperfect? Body is imperfect because it has a lot of limitations. It has a birth, it has a death. It is not immortal like the Supreme Self. It has all kinds of problems, diseases, etc. So the body is imperfect. Mind is also imperfect. Our talents, our abilities, they are all limited. So we are aware of all that. So therefore, mind, intellect, they are also imperfect. So when I identify with an imperfect body, mind, intellect, what will be my experience? My experience also will be imperfection. When I identify with an imperfect BMI, my experience also will be imperfection. Will I be happy with my experience of imperfection? Never, because my nature is perfection. So therefore, I will never be happy with my experience of imperfection. It will make me miserable. I will try my best to come out of this state of misery. And all these efforts in trying to come out of this misery is called as life. So in life, what are we trying to do? We are trying to gain sukham and we are trying to escape from dukkham. And unfortunately, we don't know what is the problem. And therefore, we find out a wrong solution for the problem. And what is the wrong solution? We think maybe if I improve my body, I will be happier. If I improve my mind and intellect, I will be happier. So what are you trying to do? You are caged in that cage of BMI. Now I am trying to expand the cage so that I can be happy. Now, expanding the cage, the prison, will it solve problem? What I am seeking is total freedom. But what I am doing is just expansion of this prison, expansion of this cage. This is what we are all doing. A little bit of external environment I am trying to adjust here and there. Of course, there is definitely a relief, no doubt about it. If you improve the environment a little, if you improve the BMI a little, definitely there is some relief, no doubt. A little bit of peace is there. But will it solve my problem? I will never be completely satisfied or fulfilled. This we have to understand. So what is the only solution? There is only one solution. I must know as I am. How will I know as I am? For that, we will have to find out where is the mistake. What is the mistake I have done? The mistake is identification. So therefore, the solution has to be disidentification. The mistake is identification. So the solution, there is only one solution. Disidentification is the solution. Disidentify from what I am not, identify with what I am. Detach from what I am not, attach to what I am. Stop paying attention to what I am not, start paying attention to what I am. This is the only solution. Exactly like in that film theater. In the film theater, you are crying and weeping because that hero is miserable. Let us assume it's a very tragic movie. The hero is miserable and you are also crying and weeping. Now, what is the only way to put an end to sorrow? Very many people pray to God, oh God, please save him, he's so miserable. Praying God is fine, but there is something which is there under your control. What to do to put an end to the sorrow in the film theater? Stop paying attention to the film. Withdraw your attention from the film. Stop identifying from the hero. Start paying attention to the reality. Come to the real world. Stop watching the movie world. Isn't it? Look around. So you'll find everybody is crying like you only. With tissue paper or towel in their hand, everybody is crying. Look around. Take out your mobile phone. Play some video games. And suddenly you find the sorrow is gone. So what have you done? Unknowingly, you have put an end to identification. That's all. Solution is so easy, isn't it? So this is the essence of Vedanta. Stop identifying from what you are not. Start identifying with what you are. The whole process of this practice is called nididhyasana. Now this has become a habit. It has become a vasana, deep-rooted vasana in us to become identified with the body, that even when it is said that you are not the body, we are not able to accept it. Because it has become a deep-rooted habit to get identified. And this is so because from the infinite past, we have been doing this. So this habit is a deep-rooted habit. It has become a deep-rooted vasana to get attached to the body. So that is why we are not able to accept this. You are not able to accept such a possibility. So through constant Shravanam and Mananam, a time comes when you are able to really do it. This constant practice of disidentification from the BMI and identification with the Supreme Self is called Nididhyasana. Right. Now, this is the fundamental of Vedanta. Now, all the concepts that we have in Vedanta, we can easily derive it through this film theater exam. There are so many concepts. So the first concept is the perfection of the self. Ishvara, if we can say. In the film theater, you see, how we were before beginning the film? We were Ishvara only, all powerful, choosing the seat, paying for the ticket, mastery over oneself, isn't it? This is called that Ishvara state. There is nothing lacking in me. There is no sorrow in me. I am all perfect. This is that state. Ishvara. Then the very same Ishvara becomes a Jiva. You see? The fellow who is miserable in that theater is none other than the very same master who entered. There is no difference. So the very same Ishvara becomes Jiva. Jiva means the ego. Jivatma, whatever the name you may give. So how to define Jiva? So in the film theater, this Jiva is none other than the master identifying with the hero, becoming the crying, weeping entity. So what has happened? What gives birth to the ego there? Ego is born because of combination of the two. The real me, who is watching the movie, identifies with the unreal hero. The real identifying with the unreal, a third entity is born. It is this third entity which is the crying and weeping entity. Just observe. This real person who is me, who is watching the movie, I need not cry. Now see this. Real need not cry. Unreal hero cannot cry because there is no such entity there. It's an illusion. The real need not cry because those problems are not mine. Real need not cry. Unreal cannot cry. Now who is crying? It is not the real who is crying. Real identified with the unreal, a third entity is born. This third entity is what is called as ego. So there are three entities: real, unreal, and illusory. So in the same way, in world, who is crying? Consciousness, which is real, need not cry because it is perfect. BMI cannot cry. Why it cannot cry? Because it is inert. An inert thing has no life. So the real consciousness need not cry. The unreal inert BMI cannot cry. Then who is the one who is crying? Consciousness identified with the BMI, a third entity is born. This entity is what is called as Ahankara or Jivatma. So what is the definition of Jivatma? Consciousness identified with BMI is called Jivatma. Consciousness having a wrong notion that I am the BMI. So the ignorant consciousness is what is called as Jivatma. the Supreme Self, having a wrong notion that I am the body, mind, intellect. So the Supreme Self with the wrong notion is called the Jivatma. So we can say consciousness plus ignorance equal to Jivatma. Right. Now a very important question comes. Is Jivatma real or unreal? So when we analyze, we come to know it is impossible for the real to combine with the unreal. It is impossible. Take the film theater example. Can I combine with that hero? I am real. That hero is nothing but light and shade played on a white screen. It's absolutely unreal. Can I combine with the real? No, it is not possible. Real can never combine with the unreal. It is impossible. So therefore, the appearance of real combining with the unreal also has to be illusory. It is just not possible. Real can never combine with the unreal. But this is what we see. This is what we experience. So therefore, that which we see, that which is having an appearance, but which is impossible, such phenomenon is called Maya. Now see, we are introducing this term Maya. So what is Maya? That which is illogical, that which is unreal, that which is unreasonable, that which can never happen, but that which is appearing. It is called as Maya. Exactly like the film theater. It is just not possible that I can combine with the hero. Hero doesn't even exist. I exist. I can never have any connection with that hero, but this is what happens in the theater. I am crying for his problem. So what is the reason? The reason we can call it is Maya. Something which is seen, but actually it is not there. The same thing has happened here also. Consciousness need not cry, but that consciousness is crying because of identification with the BMI. Real identified with the unreal gives existence to a third illusory entity, and this entity is called ego. Right. So when we analyze the nature of the ego, this ego is the cause of all problems in our life. All problems are because of this ego. It is called as ahankara. Upadhishu aham iti karoti iti ahankara. In the upadhi, what are the upadhi? Body, mind, intellect. In the upadhi, aham, it is me, it is me. The one who does it is called ahankara. Right. So see how beautifully we can describe what is Ishvara, what is Jiva, and what about Jagat now? In the movie theater, what is the Jagat? It is a filmy Jagat, isn't it? The world of the movie. The movie world. In the same way, we have a world here, Jagat. So Ishvara, identifying with the BMI, becomes a Jiva and roams around in the Jagat. So in the film theater, that world is absolutely illusory, it doesn't exist. In the same way, Vedanta says, this world that we see is also an illusion. It doesn't exist. How can we say it doesn't exist? I'm very clearly seeing it. I'm very clearly perceiving it. How can I say it is not there? So then we say, okay, you are seeing the world. Where are you seeing the world? Then we say, we are seeing it in the mind. When the mind is there, world is there. When the mind is not there, the world is not there. Therefore, the world depends on the mind for its existence. The world depends on the mind for its existence. Right? In deep sleep, the mind is not there, the world is not there. When the mind wakes up, only then the world is seen. So therefore, we can say there is no independent existence for the world. And what about the mind? Ramana Maharshi says, Manasam tu kim margane krite naiva manasam. Even the mind is not there. When you inquire into the nature of the mind also becomes silent. Mind is nothing but flow of thoughts. When you witness the thoughts perfectly, thoughts disappear. This is a law. So when the thoughts disappear, the mind disappears. When the mind disappears, the world also disappears. So therefore we can say the world has no independent existence. It is also an illusion, just like the movie world. See, all those concepts, how beautifully we can explain. And now there is something called bandhana. What is bondage? Go back to the movie theater. What is bondage? I want to be happy, but I cannot be happy. Why? Because the hero is miserable. Now this is called as bondage. A state of helplessness is called bondage. I want to be happy, but I'm not able to be happy. I want to be free, but I'm helplessly bound. This is called as bondage. Helplessness, slavery. The same thing happens in the real world also. I want to be free from all limitations of the VMI, but I'm not able to. This is called as bondage. And what causes bondage? Identification causes bondage. Then we describe freedom, liberation. So this identification makes us free. So in the film theater, when I disidentify, whatever happens in the movie does not affect me if I am perfectly disidentified. This is called as liberation. Now the hero is crying, but I am not crying because I have nothing to do with the hero or the movie. This is liberation. So if you want to understand the nature of a liberated saint, analyze this movie example. You will understand so many things about a realized master. Now let us discuss about a sthita prajna. Now see, when I am watching the movie, I am crying. But if somebody asks me, are you really sad? Then what will I say? No, I'm just enjoying the movie. Isn't it? This is what we'll say. Means what? Even when I'm crying in the theater, one part of the mind is holding on to the reality. The reality that the whole movie is an illusion. I alone am real. Mind knows it. So one part of the mind is holding on to the reality, and another part of the mind is going along with the movie, going through the ups and downs of the movie. Are you able to visualize it? I am in fact able to enjoy the movie only because I know that I have nothing to do with the movie. That's why I'm able to enjoy. So actually, what is the state? One part of the mind is holding on to the real world. Another part of the mind is allowed to go with the flow of the movie, to dance to the tunes of the ups and downs of the movie. You see? Are you able to understand the state of a sthita prajna? If you're totally involved in the movie, then you will forget yourself and you will become a mad person there. But that madness doesn't come. Why? Because somewhere I'm in touch with the reality. Right? This is the state of a sthita prajna. What is the state? You will find that a sthita prajna also has emotions. He also cries. He also appears to have emotions like, worry, anxiety, etc. But remember, he is not affected at all. Very many times people ask this question. Rama was the Lord. Then why did he cry and weep when Sita Mata was abducted? If you see Valmiki Ramayana, you'll be miserable when you read that portion. How Bhagwan Ramchandraji was miserable, asking the trees and the birds and the plants, etc. Where is my Sita? Where is my Sita? So suddenly people start doubting. How can this be God? He's expressing all the humanly emotions. So then what is the difference between he and me? To understand this, take this example of this movie theater. In the movie theater, I am also crying and weeping. But remember, I am not a samsari there at all. Why? Because I am rooted in the truth. And because I am rooted in the truth, I am able to enjoy all emotions. I am able to enjoy all emotions because I have not forgotten the reality. So externally, it may appear that I am totally lost in the movie, but the fact is I am able to enjoy the movie because I am rooted in the reality that I have nothing to do with the movie. Sometimes this is called as savikalpa samadhi. Vikalpa is there, division is there. I see the difference. The division of the seer and the seen. Division of Paramatma and Jivatma. This division I am seeing. But it is still a samadhi. Why it is a samadhi? Because I am rooted in reality. And I very clearly know that though all these things are seen, it doesn't exist. I am playing in the illusion, knowing very well that it is illusion. The state is called savikalpa samadhi. I know that the movie is an illusion, but still I am able to bring out all emotions as though I am really living the movie. Right? The state of Mahatma is like that. He knows that the world is an illusion, but he is living in the world. He knows that the ego is an illusion, but he uses his ego. He knows that the mind is an illusion, but he uses his mind. So what is the difference between him and us? The difference is he knows that it is an illusion. As far as we are concerned, we have taken it to be the reality. This is the only difference. Knowledge is absolutely subjective. You can't, you can't see whether another person is realized or not. Just not possible. As far as the external behavior is concerned, it is the same thing everywhere. It is a deep subjective knowledge which says the whole thing is an illusion. But as far as the expression is concerned, there is no difference. All the emotions you will see in Mahatmas also. But just because these emotions are seen in Mahatmas, don't think that they are samsaris, affected by samsara. No, no, no. So if that is nirvikalpa samadhi, what is savikalpa samadhi? I mean, if this is savikalpa samadhi, what is nirvikalpa samadhi? Nirvikalpa samadhi is a state where the division stops. So in film theater example, we can say once the movie is over, lights are switched on. There is no darkness now, there is no movie now, there is only me. That is called, we can say, nirvikalpa samadhi. There is no vikalpa, there is no division, only I am there. Right? The whole movie thing can go only if there is darkness. Now this is another simile. Darkness is a must for entering into this movie world. So what is this darkness? It is nothing but darkness of ignorance. So who is a Jivan Mukta? Jivan Mukta is a person who is there in the film, but he is going through all the emotions also, but he is deep down, he is unattached. Such a person is called a Jivan Mukta. Liberated while living. While the movie is going on, only I am liberated. That's called a Jivan Mukta. And what is a Videha Mukta? When the movie is over, when the lights are switched on, but only I am there. That is called as Videha Mukti. Right? See? This example is so amazing, movie theater example. You can explain all concepts using this movie theater. There are so many other examples given in the scriptures, like crystal and the cloth, water pot and the sun's reflection, rope and the snake. pot space and the total space. These are all different examples, but it doesn't connect to me. Example I understand. But then I feel that no, there is something else which I will need to. The beauty of this example is I am involved. You see, in the rope snake example, I am not involved. There is some rope which is assumed to be a snake. So we understand the example, but we are not able to relate to this. Whereas in this example, you are there. Something is happening to me. I am involved. My ignorance get corrected. That's the beauty of this example. So all these fundamental concepts become clear. So now, in this topic, we will have to explain the BMI chart also. This is a famous medium used by Puja Gurudev in order to explain the concept of Vedanta. So in this BMI chart, I hope you have that. So first is Om, then comes V, standing for Vasanas. Then we have B, M, I, body, mind, intellect. What is the next one? P, F, T, perceiver, feeler, thinker. The last one is O, E, T, object, emotions, thoughts. Now we have to discuss a little about this BMI chart. Om, V, BMI, PFT, OET. This is BMI chart. So what is Om there? Om is nothing but our Supreme Self, Satchit Ananda Atma. Om. Right? Or what we call as consciousness. The rest, everything is matter. V, BMI, PFT, OET, everything is matter. There is only Om which is consciousness. So this Om, the Supreme Self, gets identified with BMI because of its ignorance. So that ignorance is represented by V, which is expressing as vasanas. So Om, because of its ignorance, because of vasanas, gets identified with the BMI and becomes PFT, the ego. BMI is the instrument. PFT is the enjoyer, the experiencer. PFT. So who is PFT? Om identified with BMI is called PFT. Perceiver, feeler, thinker. And what is he doing now? He is roaming around in the world of OET, object, emotions, thoughts. Om, identified with the instruments of BMI, becomes PFT and roams around in the world of OET. Right? So in the movie theater example, who is Om? I am Om, who is watching the movie. Who is BMI? The hero. He has a body, he has some of his ideas, thoughts, etc. So BMI means the hero's body, hero's BMI. And what is the OET there? The movie world is the OET. And who is PFT? I identified with the hero. This crying, weeping entity in the theater is the PFT. Is the BMI chart clear? Yes. So now, what should I do to put an end to misery? Disidentify from BMI and know myself to be Om. For that, put an end to ignorance, put an end to all vasanas. As long as vasanas are there, as long as ignorance is there, we will go on creating OET one after the other. We will go on creating BMIs one after the other. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam means what? Repeated BMIs. Identifying with repeated BMIs and creating repeated OETs. That is called as Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. And what is liberation? Knowing oneself to be Om is liberation. And when you come to know that you are Om, you come to know that that's we, BMI, PFTOT, they are all unreal. They are all illusions only. What remains is only Om. Right. So this is the essence of Vedanta. So tomorrow we will see the sadhana part of it, because that is the most important. How to disidentify from this BMI and how to abide in the self. This will be the content for tomorrow. Right. So shall we wind up now? Right. Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama Raghukula Bhushana Raja Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama Tapasaranjana Taraka Nama Danava Bhanjana Kodanda Rama Tapasaranjana Taraka Nama Danava Bhanjana Kodanda Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya 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 Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama Janaki Rama Boli Syavri Ramachandra Ki Jai. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha